What is going on, everybody? Today I want to start off this video really quick because I'm going to recap these three trades, but I do want to start off the video just by being fully transparent and allowing you guys to know I did not take any of these trades. So every single one of these trades here are trades my mentor did take, and yeah, he took them, their real executions, all that sort of things. And so the reason I'm making this video is so that not only you guys get a better understanding of the strategy because I'm recapping these trades for you, but also it's helping me to learn the strategy better and build confidence because I'm able to show you guys in hindsight the confluences that we took and just fully mark out these entries, and just it's going to help me understand it better and hopefully help you guys to see the strategy as well, because I'm still pretty new to this strat. Again, I came from PB trading model to now starting to trade this because I do like the higher RR, but I've also been experimenting with PB trading strategy going down into like the 15-second and taking inversions there because that can help you get higher risk to reward, which I'm going to start off this video by recapping a trade from last night. I took this on paper only, but here we had previous day low, which was like the only area of liquidity on the daily time frame, or really any time frame that seemed to be a clear draw, was obviously this previous day low. So once we took that out, I was happy to be taking longs. I thought this was going to be the low of week. So once we took this out, I just simply waited for a 1 minute inversion. I mean, not a 1 minute, a 15-second inversion. We got one in here. I ended up getting a stopped out break even because after we take an internal high, just like PB model, I moved my stop to break even. So we did that on the 15-second, all in here. I got stopped out. Then price moved up. We got just below previous day low right here, and there was another 15-second inversion on this little down move. There was an inversion, and then I took that to the upside. And then once we took out this high, I moved my stop to break even, but we never came back down and stopped me out break even. So price completely ran. I caught a huge trade. I'm talking, it was literally like this, something like this. Not a super high RR, but a very nice looking trade. So if we have that understanding, I thought this was going to be the low of the week, right? But we came up, we took out these highs, and the second we took out these highs, we pretty much turtle souped them, you can see, and then we just completely sold off. So I'm not trading this session right here. This is like London session, so I was not trading it. But whenever I woke up this morning, I was able to see it that we completely swept out these highs and had a nice sell-off. We broke down below the daily open. We broke down below midnight open. We even back tested midnight open, got a nice reaction off it down through previous day low. Now, after we fell below midnight open, retested it, boom, that's a short. Did not take that. The second short opportunity you could have taken was on this back test of the previous day low, because if you take this fib from here to the low that we created whenever we broke below it, let me make this a little bit more accurate here. So if you draw that fib, you can see, boom, exactly in that golden pocket. So you could have shorted previous day low in this golden pocket, something like that. Would have been a little bit tricky with your stop, but essentially that was a potential trade, right? But then, so what you could have been looking for here is another flip on previous day low if you didn't want that, right? But we never flipped above it. So once we see us reject off of this, we're thinking, okay, we're probably at least going for this low. We took that out, but there's got to be something lower, because if we're flipping previous day low like this, there's not really much more liquidity. We've already taken this out. We rejected it again. So now what? Now we can pull the fib from this high to this low, and that lines up right here with this golden pocket. Now this isn't a super high confluence trade, but it is valid because we already saw that reaction off previous day low, and now we just pulled the fib, and now we're just entering on the retrace, targeting again this low, or even the other liquidity down here, which is going to be the daily rejection block, which we'll get to. But yeah, so you just simply enter on that 10-point stop loss. This is like a 12-point, but you could have just thrown it at the 10-point stop loss right there. Boom, never got hit. Didn't even get stopped out break even here either, and you would have been totally chilling. So that's the trade number one that he did take. Now, trade number two, so that's before market had even opened, right? But let me draw this back. So market opens right here on this vertical line. And so after market opens, we just straight dump, and we have this first presented fair value gap in here. Just take note of that. But we dump straight down, and the first level that we come to is going to be this daily rejection block. Now, if I go in the daily time frame, I'm still relatively new to using daily rejection blocks, but this is probably not one that I personally would have used, because this is the rejection block we're looking at right here. And so this is a bearish candle. Now, I only really like to use this as a rejection block if it was a bullish candle. But the thing is, and even Powell says this in his video, this is okay to be a rejection block because the following candle is now bullish. So if this candle didn't close bullish, or we didn't ever see a bullish reaction, then this would not have been a rejection block. So until this candle right here closes, this is not a valid rejection block. But that's what made it a valid rejection block, and it's on the daily time frame. We tapped in this order block, continued higher. That's what makes it a rejection block. So if you mark out the CE of this wick right here, you're going to get this daily rejection. Okay. So now if we come back down here into the 1 minute time frame, you will see, boom, this blue level is that rejection block, which we rejected from almost exact. Okay. Now, on top of that, if we look at the daily time frame, we do have another confluence because you don't really want to be taking a trade off of a singular rejection block. So we also had this order block in here as well, which lines up pretty smooth. But the last thing as well is going to be this fib pull from the low right here, this down candle, all the way up to the very top. Now, once you do that, you can see that this 6-6 level lines up very beautifully. So if we get back down here into the 1 minute time frame, you can see this 6-6 level is the one that's marked out perfectly in line with that rejection block. So that's 2 to 3 confluences right there. Simply enter right there on the rejection block with a 10-point stop loss. Looks to me like I accidentally pulled it a little bit too far. We can go that up a tick. Boom. So there we are at that 10-point stop loss. Then targeted, simply targeted. There was a 15-minute gap right in here, so you could have just targeted that. Or I know my mentor targeted the fib pull from here to here. There is that golden pocket. You could have targeted that as well. So then for this next trade, okay, we reacted off that 15-minute fair value gap. Pretty nice. Or maybe this put it in. I can't remember. But we had this 15-minute gap here. We sell back off. We swept this low again. So that's one nice thing to see. But then after that, we had this. So after you have a huge move down, we do have a TR pocket, which we can pull from this low to this high. TR pocket, and you can see that gives us this exact level here, which boom, you just enter on that, targeting longs. Now, why is this a valid entry right here? The reason why is because we have this huge move down. Once you have that and you start ranging, then you can pull from the low to the high, and wherever we deviate from that, so if we would have deviated up higher first, you could have taken this short back down, but obviously we deviated lower, so you take this, enter on the bottom, on the top, stop loss below the bottom, or 10-point stop loss. Boom, you can see this ran straight to these highs, or I don't know, 1 to 16 risk to reward, I guess. So those are the only 3 trades. After that, he was done for the day and called it there. So yeah, that pretty much recaps everything. It was a pretty difficult day, so I personally missed all of these, as I've already said, but he caught them with ease. So hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm working towards being able to capture trades like this on a regular basis. It's just so difficult to do that, especially whenever you're low-key flipping between models. You know, I wasn't even bearish on the day, really. I should have, like, everything I said here, most of this was in hindsight. My mentor was able to see it forward testing it, like, as he was going, and so hopefully I can get there. But everything I said today was pretty much based off hindsight. Like, I was bullish here, as we had already swept out this low. We were putting these highs. I was looking at a previous day low flip, things like that, right? But we just didn't get it. So hope you guys did enjoy. Again, those are the 3 simple trades. Each one of these would be huge profits. This one, my mentor even said here. Let me pull up what he said actually. So here you can see in the Discord what he was saying. And so trade number 1, the golden pocket short. Golden pocket after sweeping out the internal highs, took the setup with a super tight stop loss. Just wanted to screenshot in Aura Farm. So that would be this first trade here. You can see it's just a golden pocket. He said you just want to take this kind of Aura Farming, so not a super clean setup, but we did sweep out this high here, and with the bearish ideas overall. So that's why he took that first trade. There is a YouTube video on his channel. Daily rejection block longs, very nice. We just took now internal lows, swept the high time frame lows, which is accurate as well. If we turn on this, you can see, we had already taken out Asia lows, London lows. We took out a ton of these lows over here as well. Took out some of these lows too. So a lot of liquidity had been already grabbed. And then nice area to target EQ of the down move. Also a video to use these because, again, just that daily rejection block. So very simple trade there. Then this last one here, TR pocket longs. Again, felt like price was just overextended the downside, how there's not too much liquidity further down. So this deviation was happy to take longs from. So very simple, not too much analysis behind these trades. Clean and simple. So I hope you guys enjoyed. That's all for me today. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.